Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varisthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Still another day, Sri Ramakrishna is telling, she showed me an ocean taking the form of salt doll. I was going to measure its depth. While doing this, through the grace of the Guru, I was turned to the stone. I was turned to stone means as we go inside as a salt doll in the ocean, it dissolves. I become one with the ocean. I will not know what Satchidananda is. I have to retain my individuality while trying to understand at the same time, absolute, because you are entering into the ocean. Entering into the ocean. Standing outside as an object, seeing is different to be the subject itself and know it as indweller. Now, the moment you touch the water, you start dissolving. The Satchidananda, till there is duality, I and he. When duality is there, God can be perceived only with name and form and qualities. Nama, Rupa, Guna. Rupa, Guna are most important, form and the qualities, attributes, qualities. Now, this Saguna Sakara, as long as Saguna Sakara is there, God with form and qualities, then we can have Him as the object and myself as subject, I can know. But to know becoming one with Him, to know Himself as myself, is entirely different. There is no subject-object then. I have become the object, myself merged in the object. You cannot have an objective understanding of the subject because he is an observer. I am alone, he will be there. So that I am the subject, I am the object. Now, to have the duality in oneness, to know myself as myself, independent of all layers. Now I have a mind, I have an ego, I want to know myself. Means either mind will be looking at me, they are external sheaths, as if one of the sheath has turned inward, mind has turned inward to see who am I. Intellect has turned, these are external sheaths covering me, as if my coat or a banyan or a shirt is trying to understand what I am. They are mind, intellect, senses are all external. Sensor is the outermost. Beyond that is the body. Then senses, then mind, then intellect. None of this can understand me as myself. I have to know myself independent of these external sheaths. When I say I want to know, I can see myself, I can understand myself. Buddhi is understanding. One of the nearest sheaths are understanding. Like my own people, my son is understanding, my daughter is understanding, my intimate friend is understanding. Like that, understanding. But I am myself independent of those people. They can never become me and understand myself, themselves as myself and myself as themselves. No, it is not possible. So, as if now all the sadhakas who have seen the Satchidananda, who have realized the self and come back, have seen objectively. The moment they become the subject, it is all. Sri Ramakrishna says, 21 days the body will live and fall off. He has become the ocean of Ananda, like a moth which has seen light, will never go into darkness by any means. Whatever happens, it is there because it is so sweet, so nice, so enchanting that they don't want to come back. So the dream, the false, they have woken up from dream. Nobody after waking up from dream wants to go back to the dream because they know it's false. So this aspect is now Sri Ramakrishna, anybody who has entered into the ocean of Satchidananda has not come back. They have touched, Sri Ramakrishna says, somebody has seen from the closest the ocean. Somebody has touched the water, standing on the shore. Somebody has just drunk a drop or two of that ocean. But nobody who has entered into it has come back. But when I entered, by the grace of Guru, I became a stone. That I could go to the bottom, move about freely in the Satchidananda and know what it is, independent. Being that is, I have entered into it. I am moving about it as myself. So, this is Sri Ramakrishna is telling, measure the depth. While doing this, through the grace of the Guru, I was turned to stone. Then I saw a ship, at once got into it. A ship came and got into it in the Satchidananda Sagara. The helmsman was Guru. I hope you pray every day to Satchidananda, who is Guru. Do you? See, here comes the innermost secret. He is telling, by the grace of Guru, who is that Guru? The Satchidananda Sagar into which he has entered. Why do we say Guru? Because it's a conscious entity. It is conscious. The child has entered into me. Let him. He is the one who has no self. His self is self of all. Let him know. Let him play and show to the people, humanity, what it is. So when I want certain secrets to be given out to the public, I endear them, I make them my own, so that they'll be able to go and tell about me. Like that, God wants some people who are absolutely pure and selfless. There is no selfishness. Self also is not there. Selfless. It is God who is there present in their existence. I am no more there. I am no more there. That person who is not there, there the God enters and makes it available. Now in Satchidananda Sagara, when he has entered, the Sagara itself as Guru, because it's a conscious entity, it wants that to be retained. The person who has entered to be retained, to experience is experience which nobody can experience. So the Guru who comes in the human form And if He gives you enlightenment, Sri Ramakrishna says, if spiritual awakening is done, God done, by any of a human person, know him to be incarnation of God. God has incarnated in that person, in that bodily existence, and giving you enlightenment, because enlightenment to give is not possible by anything in this world, any person in this world. God alone has to give that illumination. Just like so many candles are there, light can be given by another fire only. I cannot, stone cannot, the touch of stone cannot make it lighted up. Another lamp is needed, another fire is needed to light. So God is that who comes in the light within the Guru. That light is the divine light, and it is superhuman, and it is one with the universal divinity, as if God is present in the Guru and is giving the enlightenment. So here, Guru, by the grace of Guru, I was not. Then here he makes it clear. I hope you pray every day to Sachidananda, who is the Guru. Do you? Sachidananda, who is the Guru. So when we are praying to Guru, we are praying to Sachidananda, the absolute existence. And when you pray to the absolute existence, you are praying to Guru. The Guru is a manifestation. Sometimes God has incarnated into that person and getting it done. Using that body-mind as his. If the ego is not there, God can occupy that body and make it work for his own purpose. Yes, sir. Master, the Guru was helmsman in the boat. I saw that I and you were two different things. Again, I jumped into the ocean and was changed into a fish. I found myself swimming joyfully in the ocean of Sachidananda. These are few exercises for the Advaitin to practice the Advaita. These are the actual experiences of rare sages of ancient times. In Sachidananda, where there is no duality, to attain a duality within the ocean of Sachidananda and to experience being bliss in the ocean of bliss, experiencing the bliss. Like a drop of water in the ocean, being inseparably one with the ocean, is understanding the ocean. I am the ocean, ocean am I. That total oneness is any drop within the ocean, as ocean, inseparable from ocean, thinks of itself, thinks of the ocean, how it would be. It is merged in it, it has no separate existence at all, but understanding. This, a wave is moving. The wave is not different from the ocean, but it appears different, and wave has an independent existence, being ocean, and trying to understand ocean. These are deep mysteries, Sri Ramakrishna is telling. Very difficult to understand, unless a glimpse of the transcendental has shown in your minds or heart, just a glimpse, then we'll be able to understand it in its own language. These are deep mysteries. When can you understand? Through reasoning. What can you understand through reasoning? You will realize everything when God Himself teaches you. Then you will not lack any knowledge. When God teaches, actually it is spiritual knowledge. It is not physical knowledge that physical guru can give to the physical man or person. Through it is information shifting from the guru's mind to the disciple's mind, from memory of the guru mind to the disciples. It is shifting at gross physical level. This is at transcendental level. I have not built up any storage in my existence where I can get the information of the transcendental and store it there. Anybody telling your scriptures, shouting at us, oh, here is the truth, here is the truth. We don't understand. Because we don't know the scriptural language. We understand it in our standard. It is already converted within the time and space bound universe level to God is Father, God is Mother means I can understand physical father and physical mother only, who has given birth and protecting and bringing me up. God as Father and God as Mother cannot be known because it has given birth to my existence. And existence cannot be split. Existence cannot be made into parts and I am part of the existence. No, existence is one. Here it becomes very difficult to understand because it is the realm of transit where the reasoning and logic doesn't apply. Within the universe, within time and space, logic will apply, reasoning will apply. Their existence, pure existence, independent. There is no logic, there is no this one. It is not bound by the law of cause and effect. It has no laws. There, the will comes into picture, will of God. It is pure consciousness, Chaitanya. There is no mind, there is no intellect, there is no buddhi. All these are products of that. That is the cause, the Mula Karana. Means you can understand what it means to some extent, from where the whole universe, multiple universes appear and disappear with all beings. We come into existence, millions and millions of years will be moving about from one body to another body. By that time, we do not know how many times the pralaya happens and goes dissolution. We merge back into the divine and again manifest. So, our existence is just a wave and we merge back. Just like clay or mud or the soil. Soil is the father and mother of all plants. From there, the whole universe appears. The trees, vegetation appear, constantly maintained, supplied, sustained by the soil below. It is soil in the form of tree. It is soil in the form of plant. And they go back and become soil again. We have emerged from the Absolute. We go back to our home and get dissolved in the ocean again. So here we see, and God alone has to teach us the transcendental truth. Friday, January 1884. Sri Ramakrishna was sitting in his room. Yam was still staying with the master so many days over, devoting his time to the practice of spiritual discipline. This is an important part of our human existence, to dedicate ourselves entirely to transcend the nature, be free from the bondages of nature. Nature is constantly inflicting suffering, bondage. We are bound, we are in the prison house of nature. As nature dictates, so we are. As nature imposes, so we are. We have no freedom. I cannot be free to do anything. I want to fly. I want to eat certain things. I want to enjoy. Where is that? What nature gives alone I can enjoy. Within the limits. I am tied to a tree with a rope. Within my rope length, I can eat anything and move. Now, when will this rope cut off? That I can move anywhere. This freedom, this is the freedom that we are seeking. I want to transcend the nature and go beyond. Transcend the nature. I don't want to be under the limitations of nature. So that to attain that state of total freedom, inner freedom from all bondages and suffering forever, we do the spiritual practices with all sincerity. Just like tomorrow is exam, how the children will be anxiously every day, at least for 15 days before, the intensely awareness of the exam begins. A kind of fear within, a kind of anxiety. Oh, what will happen? What will be the result? What paper will you be getting? Question paper. All this, like that, every day of the sadhaka goes, when this door will open? How will this door open? What should I do now? Where am I missing? Where am I not properly going? That then you can see the spiritual disciplines are done with so great. All other things will go on, whether you want or not. The nature will take care. And whatever to be done, she will get it done. But whole our attention must be to attain that total freedom. So M is staying with the master in Dakshineswara. He had been spending a great part of each day in prayer and meditation under the bael tree, where the master had performed great austerities and seen many wonderful visions of God. The places are associated with many things. Each thing leaves something behind and goes. An animal moves, just moves, passes through, it has already left a smell, which lasts at least for a day or two. Suppose a dog comes next day, it sees, it can smell some animal has gone through this place. Third day it may not be there, it may taper down and be missing, but it is left and gone. Just it's passing. Like that, this is at gross physical level. What happens to the mental vibrations people are moving with? They leave those vibrations and go. A person, when they used to come to Sri Ramakrishna, if any person with unrighteous awarenesses or thoughts sits in a place, then the vibrations he has given left over there by sitting for few minutes, Sri Ramakrishna used to ask them, bring the Ganges and sprinkle there. His mind was not in the right condition. So that purity, that perfection, that this one, he has already left. Now, there are certain places where people have done great tapasya. When we first enter so many places like this, ashrama we had already inspected and gone, something lacking. Yeah, abhava. Forest is there, water is there, river is there, everything is there. But, oh, what is missing here? Everything is there. That was not to the satisfaction of the heart's innermost seeking. That when we entered this place, we immediately saw our mind become so calm, so joyful, full of perfection. Something fulfilling. Then after some time, each time we come, we used to experience this. Finally they decided to have this land. And later on I used to feel, oh, some great saintly person in thousands of years back might have done great tapas and got enlightenment in this place. For God to come and sit in this place, imagine. So that vibrations are always with us at all times. So here Thakur has done great tapas and had the visions, various visions of God in that place. M is sitting and doing spiritual practices. He will get the fulfillment one day or the other. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.